Welcome to my walkthrough for a mod that I created called the Vampire Destroyer. The mod is for the Elder Scrolls video game called Oblivion, and you can find this mod on nexusmods.com. What this quest does is it takes a side quest from the main game called the Order of the Virtuous Blood and turns it into a vampire hunting guild, just like the Mage Guild or the Thief Guild. So you have a storyline, a number of quests that you proceed through until you get to the final quest. The Vampire Hunting Guild has 4 levels that you can attain. They are the Agent of Blood, the Vampire Hunter, the Vampire Slayer, and the Vampire Destroyer.
And go no further. You alone must stand against. Take the find him.
This mod also incorporates a new class into the game. It's the Vampire Hunter class that you can choose early in the game. Tried to choose major skills that would be complementary to someone who's a Vampire Hunter. I provide a little more reasoning for the skills I chose and the attributes in the README if you would like more information on the class. In order to initiate the side quest Order of the Virtuous Blood, you have to have a player fame of 5 or greater. So I've been running some side quests and I've got my fame up to 5. So now you need to return or be in the Imperial City. Now you could be anywhere in Cyrodiil, but if you're in the Imperial City, it'll occur for sure. An NPC named Ralsa is going to try to locate you, and then she'll initiate this quest. She automatically finds you in the Imperial City wherever you are. Now I happen to be in the Temple District, which is the same location as Cyrodiil's house, which is where she's going to send you to ultimately. But theoretically you could be anywhere in the Imperial City and maybe even in Cyrodiil, and she'll track you down. But once you get that level PC fame of 5, you might as well just head to the Imperial City. Okay, so this encounter is going to start a new quest called the Order of the Virtuous Blood. Ross is going to send you to the house of a guy named Cyrodiil, located here in the Temple District. When you get to the house, this will be the first time that you meet him. He'll introduce himself, tell you about the Order, their purpose, and get you started on the quest. Okay, now they meet down here in the basement of his house. It's here that you'll also meet some more members of the Order. Now, when the quest completes, Roland's going to ask you to meet him back here at Cyrodiil's house for a reward. When you get here, the name's going to be changed. Now it's going to be called the Order of the Virtuous Blood. The Order has a man-at-arms named Sylvan who you're going to meet at some point. The stench in here makes me want to puke. After you complete a mission, if you interact with Sylvan, he'll have a number of unique comments that he makes about you, and not all of them are going to be nice. The Order is still meeting in Cyrodiil's basement. They now call it their study. You're going to meet Roland again. He's going to state that the members want to continue the Order's work. They want to make you an honorary member, and they give you a nice enchanted ring. This mod has a quest that is a running log of your adventures as a vampire hunter. Each time you complete a mission, it'll update the log with a brief summary of what occurred during your quest. It'll also record information that you may want to refer back to. The adventures log does not complete until you have completed most of the vampire-related quests in the game. So vampire-related quests that are part of the Mage Guild, the Thieves Guild, and the Arena are also incorporated into this adventures log. So after you've completed just about every vampire-related quest in the game, with the exception of the Dark Brotherhood, this adventures log will complete. As an honorary member, you get to use any of the items in the guild hall, and there is a skill book called Immortal Blood that I recommend you should read. Roland will also offer you a vampire bounty. He'll buy any vampire dust that you bring to him for 250 gold. After you've completed the quest, Order of the Virtuous Blood, you'll need to exit out of your conversation with Roland. This will allow my mod to add a new topic called Join. So now anytime that you return to Roland and interact with him, he's going to have a new topic called Join, and you'll need to select that topic in order to start the Vampire Destroyer quest line. Once you've accepted membership and have joined the Order, Roland's going to bestow upon you the rank Agent of Blood. He's also going to increase the Vampire Dust bounty to 500 gold. He's going to inform you that Cyrodiil's house is now going to be used as the Order's new hall. He's going to give you use of the upstairs bedroom and a key to a non-respawning personal cabinet. He's going to inform you that the 2 other members of the Order will now assume new roles. Greythroat is going to become the Order's armorer and will give you unique armor each time you level up in rank. Guylian is going to be your mission supervisor. He's going to give you all your missions, and the mission does not complete until you report back to Guylian your progress. Roland's going to become the treasurer, and he'll be managing the Vampire Dust bounty. Fantastic! Another soul is free from the vampire curse. Okay, so once you've requested to join, it starts the quest, Join the Order of the Virtuous Blood. Basically, you're going to want to talk to Greythroat for some armor, and then Guylian for assignments. So let's go down here and interact with Greythroat first, get our armor. So he's going to have a new topic called Agent Attire. And when you select that, he's going to give you a nice set of armor. He's also going to give you a nice sword called Liberator and a ring that identifies you as a member of the Order. You're going to want to wear that ring the first time you interact with any of the NPCs in the mod. After that, you don't have to wear the ring, but if you don't have it on the first time they meet you, they won't talk to you. So the Order of the Virtuous Blood join quest is complete, and it updates the adventures log. So if we take a look at the join the Order log and the adventure log, so the ring that we got has some nice effects. This is the armor. This is the effects for the armor. Now we see the effects for the sword. So if we put everything on, you have a really nice set of novice armor, and you have a really nice blade for freeing the afflicted. Okay, so now let's go and talk to Guylian for missions. He'll give you a little welcome here, tell you about the prior Vampire Destroyer. His topic here, you can select mission. He wants to know if you're ready. You can back out, but we're not, so let's go ahead and say sure. Okay, the first quest is the Daedric quest, Azura. So that's an in-game quest that I've incorporated into this mod because it deals with some vampires up in a mine near the Azura Shrine. So that adds a new quest called Agent of Blood, gives you some glow dust as an offering, and marks it on your map. It's right above Shaden Hall. Take a look around in here. You see this OVB cure. That's a vampire cure. Mortal Blood, which is a skill book. And kind of see what it looks like, what the hall looks like when you first join. So if we run up here, we'll meet Sylvan. Don't get any sticky fingers. I'm watching you. Let's run up here right quick and check out your upstairs room that you can use. This is the cabinet that you can use to store your stuff in. You need to have the Agent of Blood dresser key. This cabinet does not respawn. Here's a little medicine chest with some stuff in it. You can take it if you want, leave it if you don't. There's a book here called Vampire Lore. What I did was I really took a lot of the vampire lore out of the actual Elder Scrolls and stuck it in a book, and added a little bit of blurb or two about the Harkonnen, which is one of the vampire clans that you're going to come and clash with. So there's your bed. All right, so let's head downstairs and go ahead and get on our way to the Azure Shrine. Now we're here at the shrine, and there's a few disciples here that you might want to meet. You just now updated the quest, so you've been here about 2 or 3 seconds. The quest is just now being updated. So the Oblivion game, it doesn't update the quest immediately upon certain actions. It might take 2 or 3 seconds for it to update. Mel's Myron is the guy you want to talk to get the quest started. And then I'll just leave that to you. Now let's get back here to the Order Hall. You can see that you have completed the Azure Shrine quest. So let's go and report our progress to Guy Lin. He congratulates us, and then it'll allow us to start another mission. So it updated the adventure log. That's what the update looked like. Now let's take another mission. Okay, this time they're going to send you up to Bruma, and you're going to be doing the Brotherhood Betrayed side quest. That's also a part of the main game. Is another quest because it deals with a vampire. Integrated it into this mod, so like the Azure Shrine quest, the Brotherhood Betrayed quest is also added. So there's the update for the Agent of Blood. So we get on our way. Sylvan has something to say before we leave. I guess you think you're special now. Okay, we've completed the quest. We've come back. So now we want to, you can see here that the Azure quest is complete. The Brotherhood Betrayed quest is complete. And we successfully completed it. If you don't successfully complete it, this mod will still work, function, everything. It just won't get the, you won't be able to say that you eliminated Draelus. So this is the Agent of Blood. Got the Bruma. Successful. Completion of the quest, so the Agent of Blood quest now is complete. Let's go back and talk to him again. He has a different comment if you didn't catch Raynal. So updates the adventure log again. Just a little blurb for the Bruma quest. Let's go on another mission. Okay, so this is the first real mission. And all the missions after this, except for one, the Vampire Cure quest, is all original. Basically, what you're going to do on this quest is you're going to go and meet the former vampire destroyer. Well, he's semi-retired, at his home called Sweetwater out in Blackwood. You're going to retrieve a mystical book called The Dark Hold from Azrael, and you're going to take that book back to a location in the Imperial City that Azrael's going to tell you how to get there. He's going to give you a letter of authority. This is what the document looks like. So let's go ahead and get on our way. Let's kind of pause up here and listen to Sylvan. Killed a vampire in Bruma. All right, let's head on out. Okay, well, I made it all the way out here to Sweetwater, so we rode our horse all the way out here. We've arrived at the secluded home of Azrael. Okay, now we need to try to find him. I'm going to take my ring off just to kind of show you maybe what happens if you don't have the ring on the first time you meet these characters. So I want to run up here and kind of just show you his place right quick. Take a couple of seconds. This is his upstairs. Has his war chest. Has a really nice blade over here, but I don't recommend trying to steal it. There are a number of skill books in this area. I recommend checking them all out. A couple of unique items. There's a book here that's unique to this mod called Jeremy Bender. Upstairs is his bedroom. That's where he keeps his clothes. That's his shield, and that's a real nice sword of his. I don't recommend stealing them either. It'll mess the next part up. So I'm going to put my hood on so I get life detect. I can see that he has fallen through the floor. So I'll just go down here right quick and show you the kitchen, the downstairs. This is a different cell, so you're not going to see him. But over here, this thing's where you keep the dark hold. You shouldn't tamper with things that you don't know nothing about. You get a little surprise if you're not supposed to be looking in there. Okay, so let's go back up here to this. Okay, he's gone now, so he's not underneath the floor anymore. So let's run out here and see. I don't see him anywhere out here, so if we wait a little while, like 3 hours, it may update his packages, which it did. It updated his package and put him down here. He's relaxing during the evening. So there's some unique items here you can take if you want to. So we're going to talk to Azrael here. So remember, you don't have the ring on, so he doesn't recognize you as a member, and he's not even going to talk to you. So let's put our ring on, go back through this process. Sees you wear the ring. You give him the letter of introduction. You ask him where the dark hold is. Alright, so you got your ring on, you got permission. Okay, there's the update to the quest. Alright, this time you can run over here and you can look in here without getting any surprises. There's the dark hold. And there's some stuff called black garlic in here that you need to make an arrow later on if you want to make a poisoned arrow. But here's the dark hold. It's a skill book also. Alright, so we got it. Let's go back in here and talk to Azrael. Okay, so you got the dark hold. Now I'm going to tell you where Sanctuary is located. You're looking for a strange door. He gives you a key to get in the door. I tried really hard to make it to where you could get through this door with a spell, but it just nothing I could do to get it to where it would work on a door. I guess it teleports you. Maybe that was the problem. Okay, so you got all the information. Now he's going to offer you Soul Stealer, which is a very nice dagger. It's a dagger that you saw upstairs in the display case. I definitely recommend taking it. Very nice, especially early on in the game. Great way to get souls. Okay, you also get the opportunity here to find out about a destroyer arrow. I also recommend getting that because that arrow is capable of killing vampires instantly. It really has a nice little effect too, so it's a great arrow that's fun to use. But it does take a rare ingredient, that black garlic. And that black garlic grows around Sweetwater, so if you want additional quantities of black garlic, anytime you're out here at Sweetwater, I would recommend running around. There's 4 different places you can go to find this black garlic. Well, actually, there's 6. There's Soul Stealer's effects. There's what Soul Stealer looks like. Really nice dagger. Okay, so there's this rock right here that has black garlic in it, respawns. At the top of the hill, there's a location where it grows. There's 4 locations where it grows. This is one of them, so there's some black garlic. Random opportunity to find anything, so found some there, which is great. Didn't find any here. Okay, so the next place is down from the house, but I want to jump up on the house here right quick and show you this case that's got a couple of rare liquors in them, if you like collecting all kinds of junk, which I do. So anyway, you can skip it if you don't care. The second place to find some garlic is down here below the house. There's one plant down here. Unfortunately, didn't find anything there. So if you run this way, southwest, south, over here, you'll find a big tree, and next to the tree is a grave. This is the grave of Azrael's wife, but there's a black garlic plant here. There's also manna and a couple of other plants you might want to collect some stuff from. If you activate this grave marker, it'll give you a little blessing, just kind of restore some health to you. Okay, so here's an update to the quest. There's another place over here that's got some garlic. I'm not going to go to it and show you. I'll tell you in the README. Okay, so let's run over to the city right quick. So here you are in the Talos Plaza district. Just make a quick right. You can see it's marked on your map. Run around there. This is where the location of Sanctuary is. It's in the sewers. Okay, for this mod, I went in and I really made the sewers much darker than they were. I mean, there was light in the sewer where there wasn't anything like a drain or something that you could possibly get some light in. So I've really made it darker so we can grab a little soul here while we're in here. So this is Talos Plaza sewers. You want to head over this way. Okay, so you get a little update. It says you're going the right way. You're going to look around in here, try to find the entrance. So if you search all around in here, you're going to find this area that's got a pool. The door to get to Sanctuary is in there, but you got to open it up first. The wheel to open it is over here. Let's grab us a little breath. Go back down. Okay, now we're in the room, and this is the door. So if you activate the door, it'll take you into Sanctuary. Got to have the key, though, which Azrael gave you. I'm just going to show you a handful of things about this. Try to keep it quick, but there's some things in here that just kind of get you off on a good start. So there's lots of mannequins and storage place for a lot of the things that you're going to find during the quest. You can go back to the sewers by going to this teleport doorway here. If you want to shoot back to the sewers, it'll take you back there. First thing you see, and when you get in here, is called Hircine's Altar. If you hit it, it'll restore you and cure you of any vampire diseases that you've gotten. So that's kind of what the area looks like. This is your kind of a work area and store a lot of stuff. There's a really nice bow laying here called Slayer. You definitely want to grab this bow. Very nice looking too. There's a little bit of clipping in this view, but you don't get that in the game. So I want to run up here right quick. This is the bedroom area. A lot of place to store stuff, display stuff. Okay, so we got the dark hold. And there's an indication of where it should be dropped. Actually, you can drop it anywhere in this area. Dropping it's what furthers the quest along, but if you want to put it where it's supposed to be, see, I dropped it there and the quest got updated. So you can just leave it there and run off, do whatever you want, but I like to put it on the altar. I really like this book cover too. The guy that did this cover did an excellent job. You know, all the armor, all the weapons, well, not all of them, but most of the weapons, most of the armor, some of the books I got off the Nexus. Other content creators created some very nice content. I mean, that bow, the sword, the dagger. Wow. I mean, there's just so much stuff in this mod that I got from content creators in the Nexus. I try to give everybody credit for their work in my README and in the description. So I hope they are glad to see their stuff in an actual game people can play. If you go to this wardrobe, it's got some outfits in here that really fortify your personality, your speech, and how much you can carry and stuff. So it's really good to use when you're wanting to sell your stuff. I'm going to take this outfit here, Fancy Dan. Back in this room here, up in the top up here, is a dummy that you can use to train on, so you can shoot arrows at it. You can't hardly see it here. In the game you can see it, but it's a little hard to see it right here. It's not much light, but anyway, if you wanted to train with your arrows or magic, you can train on that dummy. Down here's a kind of a little hidden room, not too hidden, but a little bit. This is where your cupboards are, where you can store your wine, store your vegetables, fruits, whatever you got. These barrels of red blood contain some elixirs that are just really kicking. I mean, I probably wouldn't drink them very often, but if you get in a situation like you're going up against this group of vampires called the Red Hand, they have some pretty tough guys at the main battle. So if you drink one of these drinks, red blood, you'll be able to make it through. Now this coffin here is called Trent's Coffin. It respawns, always has some really nice stuff. I just happened to have a skill book in there that time. So if you come out here and you look at this altar here, Crucible of Meridia, and select it, it'll add a greater power to you that you can use once a day. Not that big a deal, but it just kind of added something to it. This Eye of Zenithar will take you to the market district right outside of Jensen's. Okay, so this desk has a couple of things that you're going to want to grab. One's this vault key, and the other one is the items required for crafting. This is a recipe list for some special arrows that you're going to be able to craft. The alchemy cabinet has master level items in it that you can use or not. It's up to you. Okay, this is the arrow crafting workbench. This chest right here is where you put all the items that you're going to need to craft the different arrows. It's also where you're going to get your arrows after you craft them. So I know some things I need to put in there out of my inventory, so I'll just go ahead and throw them in there. Now this chest, you activate it to make your arrows. Right now I don't have the knowledge, so I have to read this book, which goes into excruciating detail on how to make an arrow, but you don't really need to read the whole thing. Okay, now so we'll activate this box. Now we can craft these different types of arrows. The Vampire Destroyer, it says I don't have the knowledge, so I never did read the recipe for that arrow type that I got from Azrael. So we'll go ahead and make some other ones here. We'll make some Fire Blaster, make some Illuminator, and we'll make some thinner arrows. And again, these are going to show up in this little cabinet next to the craft tool box. So if we go over here and look, so now we've got the arrows. I'm going to go ahead and read these instructions because it said I didn't have the knowledge. So now I've read the instructions. I've got the knowledge. I know I didn't have some ingredients that I needed to. So this silver arrow and these Welkin stones, I'm going to grab them and that bone. I'm going to put them in here because I know I need those to craft that Vampire Destroyer arrow. Now the bone's for the Soul Stealer arrow, but that's a side issue. Okay, so now we're going to make the Vampire Destroyer arrow. And again, this recipe list you can carry with you on your adventures, and you know what you need to make the different arrow types. So, you know, those are the ingredients that you need to make a Soul Stealer. So we'll go ahead and do that since we put the bone in this little cabinet over here. So now if we go over here and look, you can see the different effects that the different arrows provide for you. So some of these got script effects, which are kind of cool. As you move up the alchemy skill level, you can also make more powerful arrows. So when you go from novice to journeyman, you can make a better arrow. And when you go from journeyman to expert, you can make the best level arrow. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take these arrows and I'll demonstrate a couple of them during the walkthrough for this mod. Alright, so now let's go ahead, put our armor back on. Show you these arrows. Some of the arrows are just in-game arrows, like the Dwarven arrow. Now that one right there with the green was a content provider. This is the Rose of Scythius that I think is part of the Dark Brotherhood, if I'm not mistaken. Could be Thieves Guild, but I think it's Dark Brotherhood. Anyway, so this is where the Eye of Zenithar is going to take you, right on top of this box, so you don't spawn on anybody. This is the Night Gallery. This is where you go to, it's kind of your museum that you can go put. There's lots of mannequins and storage space to display things. I like to display my boss level armors that I'm going to find in this mod, and there's quite a few of them, so you can't play them all at the same time. The vault key goes to this door here. This is the vault where you can put some of your more valuable items in, like an Elder Scroll that you can find in this mod. Sanctuary Stone is a teleporter, takes you outside the city, so now you can continue your adventures or run over to the stables there, get your horse. Alright, so update to the Azrael Darkhold Sanctuary quest is complete, so now you need to head back and talk to Guylian. We're going to talk to Guylian here. The Adventures of Vampire Hunter quest is updated. He's going to congratulate you, tell you that you need to see Roland for advancement. So we'll talk to Roland over here. Now the quest will not advance until you get advancement. So you have to go over here and get your advancement before Guylian's going to give you any more missions. So we're promoted to Vampire Hunter. Now we need to see Greythroat for some armor. Now this armor is made by a smithy up in Bruma that's a friend of Greythroat's that you'll meet later on. He's able to upgrade your weapons. So here's the hunter armor and the effects. Really nice set of armor for hunting vampires in the dark. Okay, let's go back and talk to Guylian. He's going to give you an issue of the Black Horse Courier periodically. There's going to be a reporter who's going to be writing a number of articles about your activities. Kind of modeled this after Spider-Man and the bad press that he gets in his series. So periodically you're going to get one of these broadsheets. This one's called The Agent of Blood. Alright, so if we look at our new quest, there's some vampire activity in the city. Suspect the sewers, going to send you down to the sewers, check it out. So here's what that Agent of Blood broadsheet looks like. I try to make them kind of humorous, so enjoy them maybe. Okay, so it's going to send us over to the Arboretum. You're going to go into the sewers through this entry, the southeast tunnels. That's where you're going to start. Let the cleansing begin. Okay, again, I really darkened up all these tunnels, so you're going to need either an illumination spell or a torch to get through here if you don't want to miss anything. So here's like the first vampire that you come across. I'm going to use Vampire Destroyer Arrow on this guy just to show you the effect. So as you can see, nicely kills him instantly and also burns his unliving flesh. So each one of these vampires should have some vampire dust on them. Alright, this guy, I'll take him out with the thinner arrow. So each time you clear out an area of the sewer, you'll get an update letting you know that all the vampires have been disposed of, and you can go on to the next section of sewer, which is going to be the Bloodworks first. So let's kind of show you. I'll change my arrow type again. I'll show the Illuminator arrow. So when it strikes your target, it illuminates him. So if it's really dark, this is really nice if it's really dark, you can't see your enemy, you can light him up. Okay, now try the Silencer arrow. Unfortunately, he moved right before I shot, so I didn't get him. He cast a spell, but so now that I've shot him with the Silencer arrow, you can see he turns green, which lets you know that he's being silenced. Now this guy has got a ring on him called the Argonaut ring that I definitely think you should grab. Also see there's a vampire heart. This is where he's located. So you want to make sure you don't miss him. He also had a vampire heart, which you can use to alchemy some couple of things later on in the game. So I would grab those. Okay, so you've killed everybody here, disposed of all the vampires, and the Bloodworks sends you over to the Market District. Now this one has an easy lock that you have to pick. So if you can't pick locks, just go ahead and cheat your way through. Alright, so I've cleared out the southeast tunnels, cleared out the Bloodworks, now in the Market District. Use a Fire Blaster arrow on this guy. I really like the effect of that. It's really neat. Now, I place a copy of random loot skill books in each one of these dungeons. So every dungeon that you come across in this mod, if you look around, you'll find a random loot skill book. Now, random loot skill books, you can't get them unless you get them through random loot. So I thought it'd be kind of nice to be able to get these skill books as you go through this mod. So that was where one of them was located for the sewers.
No! No! Oh, whoa.
Alright, so I've cleaned out the north tunnels. Now all the streets are clear. A quick way to get out of here is just keep on going through these north tunnels and alright, so now we'll go back. You actually met Azrael, the vampire destroyer? Well, big deal. Talk to Guy Lin to complete the quest. You have given the night back to the citizens of the Imperial City. The Imperial sewers have been cleansed. You progress quickly. Updates the adventures of a vampire hunter. And I can go on to my next quest. Okay, so this walkthrough started with the Order of the Virtuous Blood quest. Then you joined the Order. You did the Azura quest, the Brotherhood Betrayed. Those completed the Agent of Blood quest. The Bring My Recommendations, just Mage Guild. Then you did the Azrael quest and the Imperial Purification quest, which are the two first major quests for this Vampire Destroyer mod. So I hope this got you off to a good start. Thanks for playing the mod.